All right, today, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has asked the Supreme Court not to allow Atiku Abubakar add the university issues, the allegations of forgery, to his appeal at the Supreme Court. He counted many reasons. He said initially when the tribunal matter start, Atiku not just say he get problem with the result before. So why Atiku they bring up that new one now? He don't know what Atiku they try to achieve. That's one. Secondly, he said the case not get merit. So when they strike him out. He always argued that thing for the court to America before. When Atiku filed a case in court to tell Chicago State University they give her the result, I've said the many times, Bola Tinubu was not part of the case. Through his lawyers, he filed to be a defendant to join the case, and they allowed him, and he told the court that this matter, when we start tribunal for Nigeria, Atiku will not bring them up. So no need now, because for Nigeria, Supreme Court no go let her add them. But Atiku told them in America that Supreme Court will let me add it. According to the constitution of Nigeria, this and this and this is the reasons why the Supreme Court will let me add it. And the court agreed. So they give Atiku the result. Now Atiku is in court, trying to get the permission of the Supreme Court for him to add the certificate matter to the appeal when it dropped for Supreme Court. Let me show you the news. Certificate controversy. Tinubu asked Supreme Court to reject Atiku's new evidence. President Bola Tinubu has asked the Supreme Court to reject the application by Atiku Abubakar, seeking to introduce fresh evidence into his appeal of the judgment of the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. Abubakar, who was the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the 2023 general elections, had alleged that President Tinubu's academic records were fraught with discrepancies and forgeries. His request for the U.S. Court for the Northern District of Illinois to compel Chicago State University to release Tinubu's academic records was granted. The former vice president is now seeking to introduce these records at the Apex Court. In a response to the main appeal, however, President Tinubu said the allegation of certificate forgery was not introduced in Abubakar's petition at the tribunal. He said the tribunal was right to strike out some paragraphs of the petitioner's replies, wherein they tried to introduce new issues, including doubts of certificate forgery, which were not contained in the main petition. President Tinubu said Atiku's application, which was granted at the U.S. court, was alien to the pending appeal before the Supreme Court and does not arise from the record or the judgment of the tribunal. The president added that the entire appeal lacks merit and should be dismissed. Atiku and the PDP had filed a petition challenging the outcome of the presidential election, which was held on February 25, 2023. The Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, in its judgment on September 6, however, held that Atiku failed to prove all the allegations in his petition. The PDP candidate subsequently filed an appeal before the Apex Court on September 18, 2023. No date has been fixed for hearing the appeal at the Supreme Court. This is what I was talking about this morning. When we went about the blast with Obi said the case is already in court, so Peter should not talk about it. I said the case is not yet in court. But now I study law. I'm not studying law, reach them. But then what is in court now? Now say Atiku is still struggling, asking the court to let him add the certificate issues to his appeal at the Supreme Court. Let's explain. After the election, Atiku said he not agree with the outcome of the election. They said, go to court. He went to court. And then the court said, what is your complaint? He listed out all his complaint. But he not listed certificate forgery as part of his complaint. That is what they call pre-hearing. Tell us what your complaint is. When you don't list and finish, list the number of witnesses you won't bring, then the case starts. Now, according to the Constitution of Nigeria, the things when you list out, say you won't talk about for the pre-hearing, now you go talk about. So if me and you call over bucket of water, I go court, I say the bucket na my own. The tap will take the water na my own. This is my argument. The concern I say you want argue with this, or you bring your case. You can once the case don't start, you can no longer come and say the sub can where they inside the bucket of water na my own. That will not show what you first tender. So when Atiku tender grievances, he not add certificate to them. So as the case don't start, he cannot add any other new thing. So during the case, he can't bring evidence evidences to prove say dem forge certificate, but e no add am for a pre-hearing as the things wey one judge. So the court said, you did not tell us you were going to judge this, so any evidence you bring is not about it. Struck it out. Now he has appealed the case, is taken into the Supreme Court. He wants to now add the forgery case to his Supreme Court case. Some lawyers will say it's not possible. Other lawyers will tell you it is possible as long as some requirements are met. So now he is first of all telling the court to allow him add this to the appeal at the Supreme Court. That is what they are deliberating on. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said, no, you cannot do that. Like I said, some lawyers will argue that it's not possible to add new evidence at the Supreme Court, which is what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is standing on, that you cannot add new evidences at the Supreme Court. So the court will not decide if Atiku can add new evidences or not. If the court says yes, then Atiku will add it to his appeal. If the court says no, then they keep it aside, which means all the fight Atiku fly to America since it's a wasted fight. Now the issue that they deliberate on now. So let's see, let's wait and hear what the court is going to decide. If Atiku will be allowed to add it to his petition or not, we dey wait.